Imagine a world where your mind's eye is completely blind. No mental images, no visual memories. Welcome to the fascinating world of aphantasia. Not just a world without photographs or paintings, but a world where you cannot conjure images in your mind's eye. This is the reality for people with aphantasia. Aphantasia is a condition where individuals are unable to voluntarily create mental images. They cannot picture a loved one's face, a beautiful sunset, or any other visual scene in their mind. For many people with aphantasia, this inability to visualize is as natural as breathing. They are often unaware that their experience differs from others. They may not even realize that the concept of seeing something in your mind is not a universal experience. It is only through conversations, reading, or media exposure that they discover their experience of the world is unique. This realization can be both surprising and unsettling. Some individuals may feel a sense of isolation or even loss upon learning about aphantasia. They may grieve for the mental images they never knew they lacked. However, it is crucial to remember that aphantasia is not a disorder or disease. It is simply a variation in human experience. The term aphantasia was coined relatively recently, in 2015, by neurologist Adam Zeman. This late recognition is perhaps unsurprising, given that aphantasia is an internal experience. Unlike a visible physical characteristic, the inability to visualize is not readily apparent to others. The discovery of aphantasia often happens by chance. Someone might casually mention picturing something in their mind, prompting a person with aphantasia to question their own lack of visual experience. Online forums and social media have played a significant role in raising awareness about aphantasia, connecting individuals who share this unique cognitive trait. The impact of discovering aphantasia varies greatly from person to person. Some embrace it as an intriguing aspect of their identity. They may be curious to learn more about the neurological underpinnings of their experience. Others may struggle with feelings of difference or isolation. Support groups and online communities can provide a sense of belonging and understanding for those navigating the implications of aphantasia. Understanding aphantasia requires delving into the cognitive processes that underpin mental imagery. While the exact mechanisms are still being researched, neuroimaging studies have shed light on the brain activity associated with aphantasia. Research suggests that people with aphantasia may have weaker connections between the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making and planning, and the visual cortex, which processes visual information. This suggests that the brain regions involved in generating mental images may not communicate as effectively in individuals with aphantasia. Interestingly, despite their inability to voluntarily visualize, people with aphantasia can still process visual information effectively. They can recognize faces, objects, and scenes. They can navigate their environment and engage in activities that require visual perception. This suggests that aphantasia is not a deficit in visual processing, but rather a difference in the ability to generate internal visual representations. Daydreaming, mind-wandering, and involuntary imagery are all aspects of our inner mental landscape. But how do these experiences manifest in the absence of visual imagery? For individuals with aphantasia, these mental phenomena take on a different form. Without visual imagery, mind-wandering in aphantasia might involve internal dialogues, abstract thoughts, or even sensations of movement or touch. For example, instead of picturing a vacation destination, a person with aphantasia might think about the sounds of the ocean or the feeling of sand between their toes. Interestingly, some people with aphantasia report experiencing involuntary imagery, such as in dreams. They may dream in vivid visual detail, despite being unable to conjure images at will while awake. This suggests that the neural mechanisms underlying voluntary and involuntary imagery may be distinct. Section 5. Memories, palette painting without pictures. Memory is a complex process that involves encoding, storing, and retrieving information. Visual imagery plays a significant role in memory for many people, serving as a powerful tool for recall. However, individuals with aphantasia must rely on alternative strategies. Research suggests that people with aphantasia may have weaker autobiographical memories, particularly for visual details. They may struggle to recall specific images from their past. However, this does not mean that their memories are any less rich or meaningful. Aphantasics often compensate for their lack of visual imagery by relying on other senses and cognitive processes. They may focus on auditory, olfactory, or tactile details, creating a multisensory tapestry of memories. They may also rely on verbal descriptions, narratives, or emotional associations to encode and retrieve information. Section 6. The two sides of aphantasia. Like any human trait, aphantasia comes with its own set of potential advantages and disadvantages. Understanding both sides of the coin is essential for a nuanced perspective. One potential advantage of aphantasia is a reduced susceptibility to intrusive thoughts or traumatic memories. Since individuals with aphantasia cannot easily conjure vivid mental images, they may be less prone to experiencing distressing flashbacks or intrusive visual thoughts. However, aphantasia can also present challenges. Difficulty recalling visual memories, especially cherished ones, can be a source of frustration. Navigating unfamiliar environments or engaging in tasks that require mental rotation or spatial reasoning may also prove more challenging. Section 7. Imagination beyond images. A common misconception about aphantasia is that it hinders creativity or imagination. This is simply not true. Imagination is far more multifaceted than visual imagery alone. It encompasses abstract thought, problem-solving, and the ability to generate new ideas and concepts. Many individuals with aphantasia lead rich and imaginative lives. They excel in fields that require creativity, such as writing, music, and science. Their imagination may manifest through words, sounds, emotions, or abstract concepts. The lack of visual imagery can even be liberating for some. Without the constraints of pre-existing visual templates, individuals with aphantasia may be freer to explore unconventional ideas and perspectives. Their creative output may be more abstract, conceptual, or emotionally driven. Section 8. The spectrum of visualization. It is important to recognize that mental imagery exists on a spectrum. Aphantasia and its counterpart, hyperphantasia, exceptionally vivid mental imagery, represent opposite ends of this spectrum. However, there is a wide range of experiences in between. Some individuals may have relatively weak mental imagery, while others may experience it with moderate intensity. There is no single normal when it comes to mental visualization. Understanding this spectrum helps to normalize the diversity of human cognition. It emphasizes that there is no right or wrong way to experience mental imagery. Each individual's unique cognitive profile shapes their perception and interaction with the world. Section 9. Embracing the diversity of minds. Aphantasia offers a fascinating glimpse into the diversity of human experience. It challenges our assumptions about the universality of mental imagery and highlights the remarkable adaptability of the human brain. Rather than viewing aphantasia as a deficit, we should embrace it as a unique cognitive trait. It is a reminder that there are many ways of perceiving and interacting with the world, each with its own strengths and challenges. As we continue to learn more about aphantasia and other variations in human cognition, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and wonder of the human mind. By fostering understanding and acceptance, we create a more inclusive world that celebrates the richness of neurodiversity. Share your thoughts on aphantasia in the comments below and join the conversation about the diversity of the human mind.